Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Joe Bright from Falling Waters, West Virginia. I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Then I came here to Hagerstown, Maryland, and then I moved back because of a death in my family. And then I came out. Now I'm back up here in Falling Waters, West Virginia.
I'm Danielle Walters. I'm also from Falling Waters, West Virginia. I kind of moved around a little bit. I was born in Florida, raised in California. Then the summer before my freshman year in high school, we moved to Frederick, Maryland. And about a year or so ago, we moved again to West Virginia.
I grew up with a grandmother and great-grandmother because of my mother factor was she was in the military, so you know I didn't have her there. So basically, I was taken care of by my grandmother.
What about you, Danielle?
We lived in a small town called Lake Isabella. Basically, like mostly it's I guess the Florida of California. And there's more older people there. Not a lot of kids my age, so I was mostly to myself. I didn't have a lot of interaction with people my age. So plus with that, I was coping with my mother's illness and, you know, I guess trying to avoid that, not knowing how to deal with the fact that, you know, my mom has MS. I think the fact that, you know, my mom's condition, I think it helps me to be, you know, more caring and generous towards others because of, you know, her debilitating disease. Because I know that, you know, if she was healthy like everyone else, that I would probably be a totally different person.
One circumstance I definitely have is discipline that shaped me today because of my grandmother and great-grandmother. You know, they were really disciplined people and they were really, really organized. So, and I think that's where I get my skills.
Wow. With that question being said, how'd that statement make you feel? Because we all know that God has a purpose and a calling for our lives.
Grateful. You know, just having that discipline, you know, just made me feel like you know, grateful.
It's difficult because I really don't like seeing my mom go through this. I mean, I've watched her. I mean, I grew up, you know, watching her get worse. So, I mean, all in all, I know that there's a reason why she has MS. I don't know if it's for the purpose to help shape me to, you know, fill out my, you know, God's purpose for me.
So Danielle, why don't you tell us exactly what inspired you to really seek out God?
I went to I was taking a trip to my aunt's house for a normal visit, and it was during it was actually after one of her Wednesday cell groups, and my cousin started talking with my aunt about some research that she was doing about the music industry, and you know, at that point, like, I didn't have any input to it, so I was just sitting at the kitchen table listening to that, and like I started to feel nauseous. Like I couldn't believe like all the music that I listened to was so negative. So the next day I researched what she was talking about, and you know, sure enough, I was just like I couldn't believe it. So at that point on, like I was like later that night I said the sinner's prayer, and I've been going to church since then.
How about you, Joe?
I was invited to a Christian concert performed by the Newsboys by one of my best friends, and the pastor from North Carolina. He really said something that really spoke in my head, and you know, it really triggered me, and I felt I was lost at then. But then he said these powerful words, and it just, you know, I just wanted to I didn't want to be lost anymore, you know, I wanted to be found. So, you know, I got saved, and haven't been looking back ever since.
About approximately how long have you been saved?
I've been saved since December of last year.
Wow, so about not even 8 months, 6 months, something like that. What about you, Danielle? How long have you been saved?
A lot less for me, actually. March of this year.
With the master's years coming along this August, explain to me exactly what brought you guys to making that decision to go to master's commission. Go ahead, Joe.
I felt like master's commission was, I think God spoke to me to be in this position right now, and to serve into a master's commission, because I feel like that, you know, this is where I need to be for right now, and then furthermore.
Definitely. What about you, Danielle?
Well, originally, I was, you know, looking at going to YWAM because I knew I wanted to do something that helped other people, and I had, you know, started setting everything up, and then, you know, I came here and you told me about the program, and at that point it became a toss-up, and it seemed like this program made more sense because I'd, you know, I'd still be able to come to church here, and I'd be, you know, closer to my family, and it just, overall, it's just, after a while, after thinking about it, it's where I was supposed to be.